Don't know if I was aware a piece was missing. Better late than never for you and me.
Welcome back, everyone, to Motivation Time. This is Coaching in Session. My name is Michael Reardon. So today we're doing the timing a little bit different. Today I have some scheduling conflicts, so I wanted to get the podcast out before I went off and did what I had to do. So today we're going to be addressing how we control our subconscious mind. And if you are a longtime follower, longtime listener, then you will know that in the beginning of the mindset conversation, we did touch on the subconscious mind. But I also wanted to create an article where someone can read, where someone can go study and understand further what the subconscious mind was and what it pertained to. Because the subconscious mind is actually one of the major factors in you achieving greatness in your life. I wish I can say tomorrow you're going to be a millionaire, and that is the truth, right? I want you to be wealthy. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be successful. But the subconscious mind doesn't work that way. The subconscious mind is going to allow things to be in reason. So there's no amount of mantras, there's no amount of words of wisdom or likes you can put on an Instagram post that's going to guarantee you become successful. Now, it is nice to dream and wish and hope things would be that easy, but it's not the case, sadly. And people who suffer with addiction, people who have habits that are not conducive to a prosperous life, those people are going to have a more difficult time with their subconscious mind. And we have to be able to identify when our subconscious mind is in our way and when it is telling us to be more than what we want to be. A little bit about me. For example, when I was a teacher and I was going to work and I loved every day going to school, loved working with the children, but there was something in my mind, something that was a whisper. It wasn't a loud voice or a shout. It was saying, do something more, do something more. So I just thought I had to work harder, and I did. I was just being more effective at my teaching. But it wasn't what I really wanted or what my subconscious wanted. It wanted me to go out and challenge myself more. Because school, it was a breeze. Yeah, I had areas where I had to put in more work. I might have had a heavy hitter in the classroom, and heavy hitters is what I call children who are, or students rather, who are going to be more work and require more patience. They're not bad kids, right? I just call them heavy hitters. So even though I didn't have any big issues with behavioral students or just the content in general, it was more so what I wanted to do in my life. My life to I was 65, 70. That was my subconscious mind telling me, hey, let's do something different. Let's switch it up. And apparently, not many people are able to see their subconscious mind for what it is, especially in a substance abuse case. For example, if you are an alcoholic or if you enjoy having alcoholic beverages on a frequent basis, maybe you tried to quit several times, but yet nothing happens. What is the reason? Is it because you didn't get help? Is it because the AA meeting is not meant for you? Is it because you just have a habit of drinking? Okay. Once you do something once, it becomes a habit. So that means if you drink once, it can become a habit because you did it already once. If you try to quit a substance, whether it be smoking or alcohol, if you don't quit and you go back to it, now you have another obstacle. You just created a habit of you not quitting. And people have a hard time understanding that. They think, okay, well, I'm just going to keep on quitting until it sticks. And very true for some people, right? Especially smokers who are in the habit of smoking. And then they finally, something happens, something clicks, and they say, okay, I don't want no more cigarettes or any more cigarettes. And it could be a trauma, it could just be the time, but it took so much longer. So if we don't apply a habit or give ourselves an opportunity to quit at the first point, then that means we're going to be more prone to being successful sooner. And that's our subconscious mind. So let's head over to the blog today. And at Reverend Concepts, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all those things that videos like. And let's get into it. So we enter the website at reverendconcepts.com and we head over to the resource tab. And from the resource tab, we head over to blogs. And then, of course, we're going to be talking about our newest and latest blog, The Subconscious Mind. So a little bit about the subconscious mind is that we do not tend to focus on the subconscious mind. It's just a whisper that is very difficult to hear, but it's not impossible to hear it. And it's not a ghost or your ancestors, it's your character, your soul, your being, whatever you want to call it, your inside, your inner voice is telling you something. To be more than what you are, to be more authoritative, to become a leader, to aspire to be more than what you are. And it's telling you to do something. It's telling you to be something. And once you can figure out what your mind is trying to tell you, then we can direct your actions to be more meaningful to you. Because people want to have purpose in life, right? People want to find purpose and meaning, and they want to go after their gifts and their passions, which is true. But where do we begin? People fail to understand that what they need, they have. Or if they don't have it yet, they can't attain it. So people who are on the road to understanding themselves, to finding themselves, they need to look at their subconscious mind. Whether you're in a relationship and you're trying to find true love, or if you are in a career and you're trying to find meaning in what you do. The subconscious mind is the answer. And in this blog, I break it down what the subconscious mind is and how you can use it and control it to be more beneficial to you. Definitely a wonderful read to get into. And I'm not going to read the whole article. Head over to reverendconcepts.com for that. But getting into the subconscious mind is going to be something we're going to be talking about for the next few minutes. So if we understand that the subconscious mind is going to be one of the key factors in us becoming successful, one of the key factors in us deciding that we want to have more in our life, why don't more people go after that said reason? It's very simple to say, well, you can be successful, you can have an abundant life, and it sounds really good, right? If I told you you're going to win the lotto if you keep listening coaching in session, would you? Maybe, maybe not. Because your subconscious mind is telling you this. What happens if he's right? No, there's no way if I listen to this podcast, I'm going to automatically become a lotto winner. Everyone will be doing it. But everyone is trying to get rich quick. And whenever that happens, guess what happens? It gets shut down. Look at Robinhood and GameStop. Look at all of the cryptocurrency hoopla. Everyone's trying to buy into crypto and they're hoping to get rich quick. And I understand that there's a possibility, right? Cryptocurrency can be the new big deal. But what happen if it's not? What happen if we focus more so on what we can do every single day rather than what we wish would happen in our life? And that's the subconscious level of thinking. We can work on our consciousness, which is going to be our direct choices. For example, a direct choice would be I am going to go have an ice cream after the podcast today. That would be a choice. A subconscious voice in my head would be, all right, ice cream is not healthy for me. I'm not going to eat the ice cream because then I'm going to have to work out more in the gym. There's two levels. One, making the choice and doing it, and then one, counteracting why I'm not doing it or reinforcing why I shouldn't do it. The subconscious mind is going to be focused on your true self. And your true self is going to be your character. Have you ever became so upset at someone because you became offended for what they said to you? Now, it could be about your race. It could be about your culture, religion, whatever it is. They say something to you and it affects you. You become angry. You become belligerent. You say, I hate this. I don't like this person. And you're arguing. All right. Well, you're making a conscious choice to interact with the person. But why did it affect you? Because at the end of the day, you're in charge of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. And someone can control your thoughts briefly, but if you let them hold on to that, that's your choice. So your subconscious level is operating, saying, you know what? I don't like what they said. I don't like what they do. So I'm going to be upset. My subconscious is going to be offended. And I'm going to operate on that. There's many different levels. And the next level that's coming up in the next couple of weeks, months, New Year's resolutions. How many of you have already decided your New Year's resolutions? You could drop a comment in the box below or in the chat. I'm sure many of you already have New Year's resolutions picked out, whether it be on paper or in your mind. You might say, you know what, this year, 2022, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to learn a second language. I'm going to finally find love. I'm going to be rich. But what has happened up until now? Have you gained any of the things that you wished or scheduled for New Year's? And the majority of people, they're going to have to say no, they didn't achieve what they said they were going to do on New Year's Day. Subconscious mind. Because eventually they realize 2-3 months down the road that this is too much work to be consistent, to remain forefront in their efforts to success and to being a better self. They say, you know what? It's not worth it. I'd rather remain comfortable. I'd rather remain still. And that's your subconscious mind saying, hey, take it easy. You already work so hard. You work a 9 to 5. You have to deal with your family or your friends, and they're a lot of work. Excuses. But it doesn't help you get where you want to be. So if you allow your subconscious mind to run rampant and just be carefree, where are we going to be in 5 years? Where are we going to be in 10 years? The people who control the totality of their mindset are going to be the people who are going to be leaders, the people who are going to be successful and live abundantly. It doesn't happen because someone said, I want this. You can read all the affirmations in the world. You can recite all the mantras. You can pray to all the gods. It is up to you. If you don't solidify your mind and make sure you develop habits that are conducive to the results you want, you're not going to have it. And people have a hard time doing what they say they're going to do. That's why on January 1st, the gym is full, and why on March 31st, it's back to the regular crew. It's not by accident. It is because the way we are hardwired, the brain is naturally lazy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The brain wants to conserve energy. And the way it does that is by making sure you don't expend more energy than what is needed. And guess what? Last year, you didn't get in shape. And your brain said, you lived, you're fine. Why is this year any different? Why should I put in the effort to get in shape? And of course, we can use logic. We can use science. We can say, you know what? It is better to be in shape. It is better to be healthy, to eat healthy, right? Scientifically, we know that. Mentally, we know that. But the brain, if it can be lazy, it will. That's why after you work a 9 to 5, and granted, you might have a very difficult job. That's why you come home, or on the way home, you stop at McDonald's or Burger King or wherever you stop at to get some food because you're too tired now to cook a healthy meal. And then you watch a series on Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max. They have new series coming out every week to keep you going, to keep you still. We need to implement rules to when we can enjoy the simple things. And the simple things meaning the things that are lazy. Sitting on the sofa and watching Netflix is lazy. And you might be hurt. Well, I'm not lazy. I worked hard today. I didn't say you didn't. But we don't build our empires from 9 to 5. We build our empires from 6 to 11. So if you're not working from 6 to 11, what are you doing? You're wasting time. And as much as I wish I can say a 9 to 5 is going to be sufficient to give you the life that you want, typically that's going to be no. That's not going to be the case for many people. So we have to decide what we want down the road. And if a 9 to 5 is going to give you the complacent life you want, hey, go for it. I'm not here to change your life, to make you see the golden gates and say, hey, look at these gates. They're made out of gold. You should come live within these gates. It's not religious. It's just that your property has golden gates because you have that much money. You have that much abundance. That happened because of work, because of effort. How do we tweak our subconscious mind? That's the last piece of the puzzle. There's many things that we can do, right? We can start to look on the inside. People do meditation, yoga. They find a religion and they pray, because when you pray, it comes from the inside. All of those things are going to focus on your internal way of thinking, your subconscious mind. When you can focus on that, you can start to pivot in the right direction of where you want to go. And that's the first step. Now that we understand, all right, we have better control of our mind, the next part is we need to develop habits and a plan. Doesn't matter what order. You need to develop habits and a plan that are going to help you get rid of any limiting beliefs. How many times have you been told no in your life? More times than you have been told yes. I can guarantee you that. You have been told no more than you have been told yes. You have been told that you can't do something more than you can. Because people have limiting beliefs in their life. And if someone has a limiting belief, guess what happens? Their limiting belief becomes your limiting belief. Look at Roger Bannister, for example. Roger Bannister was the first man accredited to running a sub 4-minute mile. How did that happen? Before he ran that 4-minute mile, everyone was saying, "You can't do it. It's impossible. If you try to run a mile in sub 4 minutes, your heart's going to explode." Okay, that's what Roger said. He said, "Okay," but he still did it, and he ran the mile in sub 4 minutes. And guess what started to happen after he ran that mile in sub 4 minutes? People started to come out of the woodworks and started to do the same thing that Roger Bannister did: run a mile in under 4 minutes. And that's what we have to understand in our mind. We need to make sure that limiting beliefs don't hold true to what we are able to accomplish. Because what I can't do doesn't mean that you can't do it. And what you can do doesn't mean that, oh, they're special, they have better genes or DNA or a better physique. I'll never be like that. You have your own unique qualities, and people fail to understand that your unique qualities and your life is yours to decide. But here we are, people dictating what you can and you can't do. Yes, you can do something. No, you can't do something. And the subconscious mind gets way down. It's like an anchor to your mind. You can't think freely. Think about it. Turn on the news. It doesn't matter what channel. Turn on any channel news right now. They're going to tell you how to think. They're going to tell you what to believe. It's not by accident. You should be the person who controls your mind, not anyone else. And what I do is I help people. I help people get to the point where they can control their mind. And if they have shackles, if they have roadblocks in their mind, in their life, I help to remove them. And it's not an easy task. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, in a month, you're going to have the life of your dreams, easy peasy. Sign up." No. It takes a lot of work. It's rough, and it's not made for everyone. Some people can't handle it mentally. And for me, I did it mostly alone in the beginning, and then eventually I found wonderful mentors and wonderful coaches to help me along the way, to understand my mind, to understand my purpose, my gifts. And you have that same type of quality. You have that same ability. So if you were interested into learning more about controlling your mindset, getting more in tune to who you are able to become, head over to reverendconcepts.com and you can book a free consultation there. Easy peasy. But in life, not everyone wants to be great. Some people were born to be leaders, but some people were born to be followers. Yet, in our own right, we all have the ability to be a leader. Not everyone has the ability to be a follower. Pay attention to what the world is showing you. If you have any questions, email me, coachinginsession@gmail.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those things that videos like. I will be back on Wednesday, hopefully 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's the time I prefer to stream. But if it is not going to be at the time, of course, the stream will be on earlier. And just hit the little bell icon to always make sure that you can see when I go live, whether it be earlier or on time. All right. Until then, I will see everyone on Wednesday. Take care.